So the last two videos, when I turn the camera on, the phone up. So look, check this out. Okay, so that one is just a little busted, but no one will notice. So check this out, y'all. No, that needed to be her, and it was right. Did the lights just go out in here too? Look at the light. We'll never know. So look, I didn't record the dialogue that I just had, okay, and I actually had it before I went to my car and came back. And the thing is, like, when I came in, I guess it's like maybe the owner of this particular franchise, or is the manager at least, he was like, hey, hi, how are you doing, you know, like he do me. So like and I returned the greeting, but then I walked off and he ended up coming and checking me out, like cashing me out. And after that, we were talking about, I asked him, I said, are you always this happy? He said, no, it's the only one thing that I have, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, I said, you know, it's weird because I feel like I know I used to have that embedded in me, you know, like the no matter what, like understanding all the elements of life. And I told him, I said, today, not so much, you know, it's not that I don't still understand, I don't still know these things. It's like I don't exude them anymore because I have so much hate. And I was telling him, I was like, you know, I needed to hear that, you know. And he was like, yeah, he was like, you know, we crossed paths. He was like, you could have came here 2 years ago and we never met. He was like, but today, you know, there was a reason for it or whatever. I was like, just to be reminded of that, like that one thing. And again, I just want to be clear about what the details are. It's pretty much like no matter what happens, like he said, we met whether it's to like benefit and help one another or destroy one another. He was like, and however it turns out, you know, he was like, I don't blame anyone because it was supposed to be, you know. And I was like, you're right, you know. But look, so I told him, I said, I'm having car problems today, and I was like, you know, it could have been worse. I was like, when it happened, like when it went on me, I didn't get hurt, you know. I was like, I have my puppy with me, he's fine. I was like, it just, you know, the idea of having to spend money on anything that I didn't plan for, and you know, stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, I get it. He was like, but you know, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. He was like, you know, as long, he was like, it always ends up working itself out. And it does, you know, like, but that brought me to this. I was thinking, like, look at the last two attacks that were made on me, you know, like the tire and the engine light. So when the tow female came, she tried to, she chose to jumpstart it first. And just to, you know, I guess give us both a better idea of what was wrong with it. And it started when she did that, and I didn't expect it to, okay? And I really didn't want to go in my trunk because I had that thing in there, okay? And I ended up being able to move it without her seeing it, and it worked out. But we got it to crank. But the thing is, when it ran, it began to smoke. And it's smoking as if it's out of oil. Remember, they said they took all the oil out of my engine. Literally all of it. So it's smoking like there's no oil in it, and it won't keep running. Like it and the thing about a sophisticated vehicle, expensive engine like that, you know, is like there's methods. Like there's things in place. Like not even a method. There's indicators, there's check and balances with it, like things to identify that something's wrong and shut it down before any real damage is done. So there's a possibility that I might just be able to add engine oil to it and get on about my way. I might need another jump, but I can call AAA for that, you know, like. But the thing is, the anger and the hate, the wanting, the justice so bad, okay, like, and that's not going to change. It's not going to leave me. I'm not going to ever dwell with that. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be, you know, mean. I'm going to be all those things, because that's just, it's the devil, you know, like, and there's no being nice to it, you know. There's times where stuff like this happens, and you know it's an energy match, you know, like where it's just like it always turns out decent or good because, you know, I'm being approached the right way. But with this, the being tortured with science and my insides and nervous system being attacked, like there's no, I'm never going to be okay with that. I'm never going to be soft or kind to anyone that's capable of doing something like that. But the last two attacks, the tire and now this engine thing, because it appears that it's going to be a matter of the engine. So look at the time. So what did I do in both cases when something happened to the car? I went straight to a hotel room and spent money that I really didn't have to spend, being on some absolute no, I'm not going, you know, and I am gone, and I meant it, but it just resulted in me getting attacked more and more and more. Like they were just, my approach was inadvertently allowing them to like deplete my funds even more. So had I not waited a week before I changed that tire around, I could have saved a few $100s. Had I not waited 3 days in a hotel before I had the vehicle towed, I could have had a little change on me. You get what I'm saying? Like, and this is all stuff I can execute. When it comes to logistics, it's nothing. Like, you tell me a problem and I'll A, B, C, D, E, F, G it right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm really on that. I'm really about that life. I'm really about killing. And it's so hard to put in words how they're attacking me behind knowing that. So when it's almost like I buy myself more time doing this kind of stuff. I used to always take the, okay, this happened, this went wrong, but how do we fix it approach in everything. This is what happened, this is what went wrong. Okay, yeah, this is a problem, we got a problem. How do we fix it? I always took the how do we fix it approach to anything. I don't care what it was, that's the approach I took. And when it's coming to this car and me being attacked by the government, I already did the how do you fix it. I organized everything, you know, like I made my own case. I made my own case and I got myself off. Okay, so when I commit this crime, it's me that got me off. So I did the how do we fix it already. And as I see the constant decline in like my appearance and my and just how bad I'm being exhausted and not getting any sleep. Look, I'm not crying. I don't have nothing to cry about. They're trying to make me cry right now. Like, they will all start crying at the same time and then it'll flood me. I don't feel like crying. What the fuck I'm gonna cry about? You see how my eyes are watering a little bit? That's not me. That's not me. That's not what I'm reciprocating. I don't feel that way.